Welcome back, children. We are going to begin with another commercial arithmetic chapter today, and that is shares and dividends. Let's see the terms related to this particular chapter. First, we are going to talk about nominal value or face value. We denote it with NV. Then we have market value. We denote it with NV. Now what's nominal value and what's market value? Shares are actually provided by companies which is bought by either any institutes or ordinary persons. That means these institutes or these ordinary persons, they invest in buying the shares of a company. Now the shares which are basically quoted by the company is known as a nominal value, and the values of this particular shares rise or fall according to the market's ups and downs rather, with the profits and the losses, and that's the value which we know as market value. Okay. Dividend is actually the annual income which is earned by an individual person or institute which invests in the share. This is always given in dividend percentage. Investment is actually the money which is invested in buying the shares by this particular people, or you can say institutes, from the market. Now investment is actually number of shares that are being bought into the market value. Okay, so investment is always dependent on the market value of a particular share, because these shares are sold in the market at their market value. Alright, other than this, you have rate of return, which also means income. Income means dividend or annual income by investment into 100. Okay, and how do we find the dividend? Dividend is found out by dividend or annual income is equal to number of shares bought by a particular person, that means an individual or an institute, into nominal value of each share into the rate of dividend which is stated by the company, or at which the dividend is paid by the company to everybody. So these are all the terms that we will come across while doing this particular exercise. There are certain other things which you require to know, that is at par. At par means where the market value is equal to the nominal value. Okay. Above par, this can also be stated as or premium. This means where market value is greater than the nominal value. Okay. And below par. Below par means, or it can also be considered as discount. This means market value is less than the nominal value. Okay, whenever it is at par, that means NV equal to NV. Above means NV is greater than NV, and below means NV is less than NV. Okay, and the last thing, if it is stated that a company gives, say, 15% dividend at rupees 100 shares. And the actual thing is this part, 15% dividend. That means dividend percentage here is 15%. Rupees 100 shares. This means nominal value is equal to rupees 100. Whenever this particular term you people will be seeing in the question, that is rupees 10 shares, rupees 50 shares, rupees 100 shares, that means this is the nominal value. And one thing you have to remember, if the question doesn't have any nominal value stated, then take it to be 100. Okay? And at rupees 25, this becomes our market value. Alright, now if it is stated at a premium of 10%. Premium means it is above the nominal value. That means market value is more than the nominal value. So what will be the market value? Market value becomes nominal value plus this premium. That means market value nominal value I have taken 100. 100 plus 10% of 100. So we are getting rupees 110. Okay? Or if it is stated at a discount of 10%, that means your market value is less than the nominal value. So market value is equal to nominal value minus discount. So what do we get? 100 minus 10% of 100. That is 90 rupees. Okay? So we are going to continue with the exercises. Let's see. Let's begin with the exercises first. Exercise 3. I'm going to start with sum number 5. Whenever you read a share and dividend sum, the first thing that you will do is you will write down whatever things are provided to you in the question. Things means, here the question says Salman buys 50 shares. So number of shares? 50. Okay, of face value rupees 100. Face value or nominal value rupees 100. Next, available at rupees 132. Available means the market value is rupees 132. So this is the thing that is given. Now they have told you to find out the investment. I have already shown you the investment formula. Investment is equal to number of shares into market value. How many shares does it have? 50. Market value is 132. So investment will be, actually investment means the total amount a particular person or the institute pays or invests in buying the shares from the market. So its nominal value will not be considered in any case of investment. It is always market value into number of shares. Next thing, they have told you to find if the dividend percent is 7.5%, dividend they have given is 7.5% per year. What will be his annual income? So annual income means I have shown this formula to you. Number of shares into nominal value into dividend percent. How many shares? 50. Nominal value of each share 100. Dividend percent is 7.5 by 100. Okay, so how much do we get? Equal to rupees 375. Alright. Next part of the question states, if he wants to increase his annual income by 150. Now it is saying, they are saying that he wants to increase the annual income by 150. How many extra shares should he buy? Very simple. Here I take the annual income itself to be 150. How many extra shares? We don't know, we have to find it out. So number of shares, okay, nominal value is 100 and dividend is 7.5 by 100. Got it? So our number of shares is equal to 4 5s are 20. Okay, so this is the sum. Alright, so let's move on to the next sum. Let's do sum number 7. What is given in 7? What sum should a person invest? So they have told you to find out the investment. In rupees 25 shares, so nominal value is rupees 25. Selling at rupees 36. So market value is rupees 36. To obtain an income of, so dividend is income or dividend, whatever, is rupees 720. Okay. If the dividend declare is, so dividend percent has also been given. You have been told to find out, also find the percentage return on his income. Okay, simple sum. We have been given with nominal value, market value, dividend and dividend percentage. First, let's find out the number of shares. What do we know? That the formula is income or dividend is equal to number of shares into nominal value into dividend percent. So, this is 720. Number of shares we don't know, we have to find it out. Nominal value is 25 and dividend is 12 by 100. So 1 by 4, 3 2 0. So therefore number of shares equal to 240. Okay. The next part they have told you what sum should a person invest. So we are going to find out the investment from here. Investment equal to number of shares into market value, that means 240 into 36, we get rupees 100. Alright. Then they have told you the last part, also find the percentage return on his income. So I get, therefore, percentage return or rate of return, whatever. What is the formula? Income by investment into 100. So what is the income? 720. Investment is 8640 into 100. So what do we get? multiplied by 3. That means 8 1 by 3%. Okay. So let's move on to the next sum. I'm going to do sum number 12. They have said a man invests, investment is given now, rupees 8800. A man invests rupees 8800 on buying shares of face value of rupees 100. So nominal value rupees 100. Each at premium of 10%. So here premium is given to you. So what will be the market value if premium is 10%? 100 by 100 plus 10 into 100 by 100. So I get rupees 110 premium, and it earns 1200 at the end of the year as dividend, and dividend is rupees 1200. So this is given to you. So from here, from this dividend nominal value, we can find out the number of shares. Can we? No, we cannot. Why? Because dividend percentage is not given to us. So from where do we find out the number of shares? We find out the number of shares from investment and market value. How? The formula is investment is equal to number of shares into market value. We know this, we can find this out. Therefore, number of shares is equal to investment by NV is equal to 8800 by 110. So, how many shares are there? There are 80 shares. What is the next part of the question? The next part of the question states the dividend percentage per share. They have told you to find out the dividend percentage. What is given? Dividend is given. Now we have the nominal value, we have the number of shares. So we can find it out. How? Let's see. The formula is dividend equal to number of shares into nominal value into dividend percentage. This we have to find out. Or dividend is 1200, number of shares 80, nominal value is 100, dividend we don't know, we take it to be as D. So what we get, or dividend percent is 15%. Clear? The simple sum. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. Next we are going to do sum number 16. This is also a comparatively easy sum. A company has 10,000 shares of nominal value rupees 100. So number of shares 10,000. Nominal value rupees 100. Declares an annual dividend of 8% to the shareholders. Fine. Dividend percent equal to 8%. It is declared to the shareholders. First one, calculate the total amount of dividend paid by the company. The total dividend that is paid by the company. Total dividend means for all the shares. So the formula, number of shares into nominal value into dividend percent. 10,000 into 100 into 8 by 100. So how much? Equal to rupees 80,000 is the dividend which is paid in the entire year for all the shares by the particular company. Next part, they said Ramesh bought 90 shares of the company at rupees 150 per share. So now, number of shares in this case, Ramesh bought how many shares? 50. And market value is 150. Okay. Calculate the dividends he received and the percentage return on his investment. Okay. So, dividend, he will receive dividend or his income equal to, as usual, number of shares into nominal value into dividend percent. Number of shares for Ramesh is 50, if I am not mistaken. Sorry, it is 90. It is 90 into nominal value is 100 and your dividend percent is 150. Dividend percent is given as 8%. So his income is 720. Okay. Now the rate of return. So before finding out the rate of return, what we have to find? We have to find his investment. He is paying 150 rupees for 90 shares. Okay. So what will be his investment? Number of shares into market value. So we got 90 into 150. Go to rupees. Okay. So this is the investment which he is making. So therefore rate of return will be income by investment into 100. So income is 720, investment is 13,500 into 100. Okay. Make it 16 by 3 is 51 by 3%. We are going to do sum number 18. Okay, what has been said here? By investing rupees 7,500, that means investment is rupees 7,500. In a company paying 10% dividend, dividend is 10%, and income of rupees 500 is received. Okay. So income is rupees 500. What price is paid for each rupees 100 share? Alright. Nominal value is rupees 100. Okay. So we have to find the market value and we have to find the number of shares. So number of shares, how do we find out? We have dividend, we have income, we have nominal value. So from here we find out the number of shares, income or dividend, as I have been saying all this while, is equal to number of shares into nominal value into dividend percent. How many shares? We don't know. income is 500. Number of shares, let it be as it is. Nominal value is 100. Dividend percent is 10 by 100. Okay, so how many shares? Therefore, number of shares is equal to 50. This is the first part. Next, they are saying what price is paid for each share. That means if the investment is 7,500, then investment means number of shares into market value. We have to find out the market value here. Now investment is 7,500. Number of shares we have found out is 50. So MV becomes, therefore MV is equal to rupees 150. Okay children, this is all for today. We are going to meet again tomorrow with the same chapter. Thank you so much.